Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Red Dead Online and we're doing another outfit guide. This one is going to be a little bit more out there and different than most of these videos usually are. Because we're going to be doing another fan request, and today's is Cad Bane from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And so obviously this is one that's going to require a little bit of imagination on our part because we're trying to recreate someone from Star Wars in Red Dead Online, but I think I had actually turned out pretty good and I think I did a pretty good job here. So with all that in mind, if at any point in the video you find yourself liking it, definitely remember to leave a like on the video, and if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, leave those down in the comments section. And lastly, if you do all of that and you enjoy the content, but you haven't already subscribed, please remedy that by subscribing to the channel. But with all that in mind, let's just get it started off with his weapons. So for his guns, there are basically two schools of thought. Now, obviously, he's using laser guns from Star Wars, and we can't imitate that, but what we can do is go dual wielding to handgun. And so the two different schools of thought are my school of thought, which is the first one, which I think two Navy revolvers designed exactly like this is the best way to go, and then the other school of thought is going to be semi-auto pistols, but I'll just talk about the Navy revolvers first. So what I did here was the short barrel with improved sights and improved rifling, the ironwood grip, and then I put the dark walnut grips on, varnish on that to give it a darker look, because even though his are wood grips in the show, at least for most of the pictures I was able to find, they do appear to be darker. That's why I did that. I did no carvings, no engravings, because they're pretty plain Jane. Obviously his in the show have scopes. We can't put scopes on our handguns in here, but then after that there are two ways to go with the metal. I think that if you go with all brown steel, it looks a lot like it does from the show, but in certain pictures, and especially on his toys, it's quite a bit shinier, kind of like Jango Fett's. So if you want to do that, you got to make it nickel plated. And either way looks good. I think the nickel plating is definitely a little flashier, and like I said, it matches like action figures and the official merchandise from him better. But in the show, they appear to be darker, and so that's why I like to go with all brown or all brown with a blackened steel barrel, because the barrel is a bit darker. So that is my choice, is dual wielding two Navy revolvers that look like this. I think that looks the best for his weapons, but the other school of thought is going to be the semi-auto pistols. And so for that, we have the pistols here. Like I said, I think these also look pretty dang good. I think there's an argument to be made that the semi-autos work better, for a few reasons. One, they have a slightly more similar profile to the ones that he uses in the show, that being slightly more squared and less curved, so it looks less like a revolver and more like a pistol. And also, he oftentimes fires them very quickly, so the rapid fire of the semi-auto is going to be a lot better for that. So if you want to go for that, then I can see the semi-autos being your weapon of choice for Cad Bane. And like I said, you would design it like this. You could either go with that dark wood or the ebony grips. It makes very little difference since your hand covers it when you're using it anyway. But then when you're doing the metal, you can do like this, blackened steel for the barrel and brown steel for the bolt, frame, sight, and trigger. Like I said, I think it looks pretty nice, and it looks a lot like his guns from the Clone Wars. So either way is good to go. I personally prefer the Navies just because I like the way they perform better. In the show, it's shown that Cad Bane is a ridiculously good marksman with his guns. Given the high range and accuracy of the Navy revolvers, I think they work better for it. But that's just my opinion. You let me know what you think in the comments if it's something that you would have an opinion about. But that is his firearms. Let's move on to the outfit. All right, and so here we have the outfit, and it was raining outside, so you can see I'm a little wet, but it looks pretty dang good even wet. You'll notice that obviously it's not perfect. For one thing, I'm not a blue alien with giant red eyes, and that definitely takes away from the appearance a little bit. But I think that, you know, if you really think about it, I think you'll agree that this looks pretty dang good and matches his outfit from the show pretty well. So obviously, I think it looks pretty good if we use the blue mask like this, because then it actually makes a decent portion of your face appear blue. And then another option could be adding the balloonist goggles. They kind of make it look a little bit more like his eyes, because he does have those really big red eyes. Obviously, it would be better if the balloonist goggles had a red option on them, but that's one way to go. If not, then I have this specific style of beard going on. It's I think it's called the sea shanty, and I have it in black, and that's to sort of imitate his the black patches he's got on the side of his face that those tubes come out of. So it could go either way. Like I said, it's not perfect because I'm not a blue alien from the future, but I think it works and I think it looks pretty decent. But that's the facial options that we have going for us with this outfit. With all that in mind, let's get to the items that make up the rest of the outfit. All right, and starting us off with the hat, we have the black Descateau hat. I think it matches the shape and size of his hat from the movie The Best or from the show The Best out of all of the options we have available. And it's the only Descateau hat that I've ever used for any outfit. So that's an exciting new new thing to use for an outfit. So that's the hat. I already showed you what we have the bandana for. It's mostly just to make you look a little bit more blue so you can look more like Cad Bane. But if you want to include that, then the blue bandana is the way to go. But if you don't intend on doing that, you just want to go for a rough look and you don't care about not being blue, then I do not recommend having the bandana on the outfit just because he doesn't wear a bandana in the show. So if you're not going to have it up, then I would not include it in the outfit. Then for the coat, I went with this brown alligator-ish leather-looking variant of the Marshal coat. It took a while to find a coat that I found appropriate because he wears a nice long coat in the series, and it's clearly leather. So you have the options of this jacket, the Marshal coat here, and this brown leather one costs gold, I think 8 gold bars, or the brown leather duster. And the only problem with that one is it's got like the larger shoulder covering style to it, and it does not look anything like the one he wears in the show other than the color and the material. So that's why I think this was worth the gold, because it looks a lot more like the one he wears in the show. So that is the coat that I went with. Then I equipped him with the grayish brown variant of the Lotnip shirt. Again, it's going to match his stuff from the show decently well, especially with that slightly more reflective looking material, and the color matches pretty well. So that's the shirt I went with. If you don't have this, or you don't want to use it, or you don't like how it looks, a regular brown shirt and then maybe the brown Barris vest might be a good alternative, since it's mostly just that middle section that shows through the coat that matters. But I think this shirt is the best shirt option. Then for gloves, we have another option that costs gold, and I went with the kind of grayish variant of the Helsby gloves. And so the reason I did that is because he wears fingerless gloves in the show, and well, it's actually hard to tell if he has robotic arms and the hands are fake or whatever's going on, because it's, you know, an animated cartoon. But it looks like he's wearing fingerless gloves, and these ones look pretty dang similar to it. So that's why I chose to use these. Again, these are another item that costs gold. Then for the gun belt, this was a personal choice, but I decided to go with the red and gold variant, or reddish brown and gold variant of the Guerrero gun belt and the matching holster. Now, he does use 2 holsters because he dual wields. Obviously, he just keeps both of his on his hip, so he doesn't have one canted like this, but we don't have an option for that in the game. His in the show are brown. They're kind of a reddish brown, but they're plain. They don't have any decorations on them. The reason I decided to go with this is because he is a bounty hunter, and he's a very famous and very skilled bounty hunter. So that's why I decided to go with a iconic bounty hunter weapon equipment loadout, and I think the ornamentation does not look out of place on this outfit. So like I said, that's a personal choice. If you want to go with a more plain looking one, just the gunslinger gun belt would work, and the matching holster, because they would be approximately the right color and they have no ornamentation on them. But personally, I think this looks good for the character. So that's why I went with the Guerrero gun belt and the matching holster. Then for the pants, the blackish brown variant of the Gibston pants matches almost perfectly. Now in the show, he appears to wear chaps over top of some pretty plain looking grayish blue pants. So it looks pretty Western to start with, and I considered doing that, but the boots looked funny. So that's why I decided to go with the Gibston pants, because they have that look that they're chaps over top of other pants, and they also have the same sort of textured leather look that his have in the show. So I think these pants are pretty much perfect. There's a few other options that work passably well, but I think these ones are definitely the best. Then for the boots, I went with the brown and black variant of the Hardy boots. If there was an all black variant, that would have been the obvious choice, because that's what his are in the show. And obviously they don't lace up, but they've got like buckles. But either way, these boots look the best out of any of the boots that we have available in the game for this outfit. I think they look pretty much perfect. And so that is my Cad Bane outfit. Now, obviously, like I said, this one requires a bit more imagination, because we're trying to... Oh, I should have also said I put a bandolier on. It doesn't really matter which bandolier you use. I decided to use the Higgins bandolier, and I used this gray variant. He wears a strap that I think holds a satchel behind him in the show, but I think the bandolier both adds to the appearance of it and kind of matches the strap decently well. So that's why I used the Higgins bandolier. You could use it or you could not use it. That one's definitely a personal taste option that I just think looks good. So that is Cad Bane. Like I said, I think it turned out pretty dang good considering how different the character is from the setting that we're trying to build it in. But I think it looks real good, and if you wanted to do a custom bounty hunter outfit, I think this one looks really nice, a lot nicer than the ones that Rockstar designed. So that is Cad Bane in Red Dead Online. So that's where we're going to end the video. I hope you liked it. Hope you found it useful or entertaining, or if you really wanted to dress up as Cad Bane in Red Dead Online, I hope that it proved useful to you, you know, for that purpose, because I can't think of any other purpose that it would be useful for, other than just pure entertainment value, which is obvious. But with all that in mind, if you like this video, definitely go ahead and click that like button to leave a positive like rating. It helps the video out immensely in the algorithm and also shows other people that it's a good video. So it's a great habit to get into for creators that you want to help out and help grow. With that in mind, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or maybe a discussion that you want to start, corrections, different items that you think look better, or suggestions or requests for future videos, definitely go down to the comment section and leave those below. After all, this video itself is a fan request. So, you know, there's a decent chance that whatever you request might also get made at some point in the future. And with all that in mind, if you've done that stuff and you like the content and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I now invite you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on everything I release on this channel, which is basically every single day. And if you like this content, you're probably going to like that stuff because it's all pretty consistent. But with that in mind, thanks a ton for watching. I really appreciate it, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.